ballots. But let's go to Chad Pergram. He's more on how this second vote went. Hey, Chad.
Good afternoon, Neil. Well, as you say, we have a new Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, the Republican from South Dakota. This went to a second ballot. There were three candidates in this race. You had John Thune, you had John Cornyn, and you had Rick Scott. The issue here is that the winner had to get a supermajority, had to get an outright majority of all 53 Republicans casting ballots. So the magic number was 27. I should note that incoming senators-elect were in this meeting. Also, J.D. Vance was in this meeting. We don't know definitively that everyone cast their ballots here. But what happened on that first ballot is that John Thune did not get to that number, that magic number of 27. He was a couple of votes ahead of John Cornyn, and Rick Scott came in with only 13 votes. And per the Senate Republican Conference rules, the third place vote getter drops out. So this then boiled down to a two-way race between John Cornyn and John Thune prevailed. I should note that he is the second leader in the Senate from South Dakota. You know, he came to the Senate in 2004 after beating Tom Daschle. The Democratic leader had been both the majority leader and the minority leader. John Cornyn had served as the majority whip. Right now, John Thune was the minority whip, and there was a certain group of Senate Republicans who wanted a break from the current leadership team. You might remember that Rick Scott, he ran for the Senate leadership post 2 years ago against Mitch McConnell. He only got 10 votes there, but he ran again. He did a little bit better, but it wasn't enough to beat John Thune. You know, here's the issue. A lot of people talked about, why one candidate or the other might prevail in this. It was generally believed that John Thune probably had done the most work. He had, raised a lot of money, done a lot of campaigning, but he also had the best relationships. Now, what would his relationship be with President-elect Trump? There was a point in time where they were not on the same page by any stretch of the imagination. Back in 2016, after the Access Hollywood tape, Thune asked for President Trump, then candidate Trump, to drop off the ballot. After the second impeachment trial in early 2021, after the Capitol riot, he voted to acquit, John Thune did, of the former president, but he said that he thought that he tried to subvert democracy. But since that point in time, he and the president-elect have patched things up. Now, you had this meeting just close to the Capitol this morning between President-elect Trump, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and all House Republicans. We thought there might be a meeting today with the new leader, whoever that was going to be, and President-elect Trump. We don't think that's going to happen at some point today. It might happen later this week. And we do expect to hear from the new leadership team at some point later this afternoon. They have a couple of other races there down ballot to parse out, and that's something that they'll continue to do as they debate these candidacies for these lower-tier leadership positions inside the old Senate chamber. Oh, and I should note this, Neil, we might not definitively know who voted for who. The reason, it's a secret ballot. Some senators will come out and say, this is who I voted for, and I'm proud to say that. Others will play their cards close to their vest.